Alright, welcome to this video. My name is Taylor Benjude, and I wanted to go over the future of lead gen. Now, recently I was at a mastermind with a bunch of internet marketers that have been around for 10, some even more than 10 years. And one of them went to TNC, Traffic and Conversion event, to interview Ryan Deiss and a few other speakers. And his team was there, like, taking notes during all of TNC. And I didn't go personally, but he said that they are thinking that the future of marketing for 2019-2020 is going to be about one thing, which is connection. And it's going to be less about, automation and just sending out tons of automated messages that are templates, that look like templates, that feel like templates. And it's going to be more about actually building a connection. And I've been doing this for probably years, and it's always worked extremely well. And anytime I've tried to just mass send out ridiculous amounts of templated messages, it works nowhere nearly as effective. And yes, it can still work to just mass email and cold email, tens of thousands of people and cold call thousands of people. But it's just a question of whether you want to be cold calling, ridiculous amounts of people, or whether you want to be building a connection and be, having much higher conversion rates and not having to actually cold email or cold call anyone. I'm not saying you should do one or the other. I'm just saying that, in my opinion, I like this one more, and it seems to be the future based on what TNC, Ryan Deiss, and a lot of these other marketers think. So let's talk about how you can actually build a connection. How does this change things? Well, first of all, if you saw the video I did yesterday that talked about how to make the CEO call you, that whole funnel is primarily about building a connection and heating up the prospect as much as possible before you even get on the phone with them, before you sell them your services, before anything. So building a connection comes down to two things. One is specificity, and two is personalization. So what does this mean, specificity and personalization? Well, in the message that you're sending the person, the marketing message, the first contact, right, that you're sending to a prospect, it needs to be specific. So specificity, what does that mean? You need to basically be specific about your service, or about how you're going to help them, or about the message that you're sending to them. So, hey John, my name's Taylor. I post every day about helping 5 to 6 figure agency owners grow their agency through different lead gen methods. Feel free to check out my content if you like it. It's a specific message. It doesn't really, that could be way better and more organic. Better example would be, hey John, I saw you're from Kelowna, British Columbia. Great to see another fellow Canadian. I'm also from Canada. I post every day about lead gen, helping 5 to 6 figure agency owners. Let me know if you find some value in my posts. Like something like that, where it's super customized, it's super specific, and again, that also has personalization in it, because that message could never have been sent to everybody. Why? Because, well, not everybody's from British Columbia, Kelowna. It's a very specific personal thing to say, to send a message to somebody where they know that you took the time to find out where they live, to find out maybe what their business is, to find out where they were recently. Like, you just gotta put in the extra step to be able to make it personalized. It doesn't take a lot. It's very easy to make a message customized, personalized, and specific, and it's really not that much work. All you have to do is look at their bio. Where are they from? Okay, they're from New Zealand. What does their business do? Well, they help plumbers build websites for plumbers. Hey John, I saw you're from New Zealand. Really cool that you're helping plumbers build better websites. I help 5 to 6 figure agencies get more clients. If you find any value in my content, let me know. Something like that. Again, I'm just saying this off the top of my head. I'm not sending these messages to people. I do send similar messages to people if they request certain things. So if you notice, if you've ever requested something from me in my content, I'll always use the name. But if it's somebody who I feel is like a good person, a good fit that I think I could help, I'll go the extra step to make it more specific and personalized. So think about how you, in your advertising, in your marketing, in your lead gen system, where you can apply these laws of specificity and personalization to build a deeper connection. Because I just truly believe with all the softwares and everything that it's going to become more and more about this. And you know, it doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to do this with automation. Think about it, like the software industry is also going to have to adapt towards connection. So what'll happen is you'll see a lot of really cool SaaS companies coming out building scalable personalization lead gen methods, which is really what I've done in my agency. In the previous video I did, how to make the CEO call you, that system is a scalable, personalized, specific lead gen system that builds a solid connection with the prospect. So just some food for thought, and think about how you can apply this. Compare, you know, your marketing message, your advertising, whatever it is that you're doing in your lead gen system to get clients, and think about how you can make it more personalized and more specific, so that way you can build a deeper connection. And that might also even mean lengthening the you know, the sales cycle from the first contact to the point where they actually become a customer, because you know, you can't just make it super specific and personalized and expect to close the person on the second contact. Like, it's not likely going to happen. It might be the 20th or the 30th touch point that you have with that person. But you know, they don't all need to be super custom. Like for me, if I send somebody a message, or let's say somebody becomes my friend on Facebook, and I just send them a quick message, hey John, I saw you're from, you know, Las Vegas, really cool to meet an entrepreneur from out there. I post every day about helping 5-6 figure agency owners grow with better lead gen methods. Feel free to let me know if you see any value in my content, right? So I might send that personalized message, right? John or whoever, whatever his name is, will read that and be like, oh, that's really cool. Hey, great, thanks, cheers. He might just say something super simple back. Likely that's what happens. And then he'll check out my profile. Maybe he'll see that I have really good content, right? Maybe then he's like, oh, what else does this guy have? He'll check out my bio. He'll go to my website. He'll opt in for the case study on my website, and then he becomes part of my email list, and he starts receiving, you know, 2 to 3 weekly emails from me. In the emails, I point him to my YouTube channel. He goes to my YouTube channel. He sees the content on YouTube. And now what you're seeing is a bouncing effect. And this is a psychological effect that basically I forget what they're called, people who do game, like these are like guys who are pickup artists, that's what they're called. And the term, I believe, originally came from pickup artists because they discovered that if they were to basically talk to a girl and take her in lots of different places in a short period of time, like if you're in the bar and you meet a girl and you're like, hey, let's go outside for 2 minutes, and then you go outside for 2 minutes, and then, oh, let's go to the bar, and then you go to the bar, and then, oh, let's go to the dance floor, and you go to the dance floor, and then, hey, I know this really great restaurant across the street, do you want to bring your friends, let's go there, and you do this all within a period of like 1 hour. What happens is the novelty expands time. So when you go to different places with the same person in a short period of time, it expands the horizon of time that they believe that they've known you for, and it just creates way more trust between you and that person, even though you may have just met them an hour ago. And so, you know, that is the power of not just putting content out on one platform, but, you know, just basically infecting the people that are going after you in all different forms of content, whether it's Facebook, whether it's email, whether it's the DMs and the chats, whether it's Instagram, whether it's YouTube, whether it's the case study on your website, the blog on your website. You know, these are just 7 examples. And normally there's like two or three primary channels. There's going to be one that's like a dominant channel, but then there's going to be 2 or 3 other channels that they receive touch points and content from you on. And all of these things go into building a deeper connection with that person. Of course, at the end of the day, you need to give these people value. If you don't have any value to give them, they're not going to, you know, you're not going to be able to convert anybody into a customer. So it's important to give value. So let me know your thoughts on this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and you know, food for thought. Think about the future of lead gen. Think about how things are changing. It doesn't mean stop trying to cold call and do cold emailing. Those 2 things are still great. You still see Grant Cardone, and I know tons of entrepreneurs who are only in the 6 and 7 figure range. They're doing cold calling, cold emailing. They're getting great results. But for a niche that is very competitive, like web design, like SEO, like PPC, Google AdWords, Amazon advertising, listing page optimization, you know, these services, chatbots, whatever it is, helping gyms get more members, these are super competitive niches that are getting only more and more competitive. And the more and more competitive it gets, the more and more you need to build a connection in order to convert the customer. So thanks for watching this video. If you want to learn more about anything I do, you can just scroll through my Facebook profile, or you can check out my website. There's a case study I released on my website. The case study video is actually a recording of a webinar that I did that a lot of agency owners told me it was really great. They had a huge paradigm shift. And the webinar, the case study video on my site is primarily about using a unique mechanism and picking or identifying a niche within your agency so you can really scale. Because those are the two foundations of a lead gen system that will determine your success no matter what you do. I don't care what your service is. If you haven't identified a niche and you haven't built a unique mechanism, you're gonna struggle with lead gen. So thanks for watching this video again, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.